Online used car companies like Cazoo, Carvana and Cinch have burst onto the scene, aiming to disrupt the car market. They were supposed to be the solution to the pushy salesman, but in a short space of time, how was the solution now turned into the biggest problem?
Alongside Donald Trump, I actually honestly believe that he's the world's best salesperson because he has been able to convince investors in the United States to value his business originally at $10 billion when it had sold a handful of cars.
But we found Carvana has faced fines and license suspensions in several states. The Better Business Bureau has thousands of complaints.
You're in the wild, wild west if you buy a car from Carvana.
Cazoo, the UK version of Carvana that was once valued at a staggering $8 billion in 2021 before hitting rock bottom, they have now just admitted that if they do not secure funding by the end of Q2 in 2024, that they may be forced to close the business. What went wrong? Well, today I'm going to look at the 4 unique problems that is affecting the online car market. For a while now, dealerships have had a bad reputation for pushy salesmen, which left customers feeling anxious. And a lot of people, when they got home, questioned whether they made the right decision after buying a car. In fact, a recent survey by Autovolo found that 47% of people regret buying a car when they got home. That's a huge number. Have any of you ever regretted buying a car? In the US, Carvana thought removing the middlemen and buying cars online would solve the problem. The idea was to remove dealerships from the equation, as this is what was causing the anxiousness in the customers and providing an online experience for the customers. Customers could then pick up their cars from what they called a car vending machine. Really just looks like a big parking lot, but anyway, people liked it. In the UK, a serial entrepreneur, Alex Chesterman, on seeing the success of Carvana, decided to borrow the idea to the UK with Cazoo. You could say the UK version of Carvana. However, instead of car vending machines, they delivered the car straight to the customer's house. Both companies grew rapidly with investor funding, with Cazoo growing to a valuation of $7 billion. But both companies had never made a profit. Now, we've seen this play before, as famously Amazon and other tech companies also didn't make a profit for their first years.
Here's the thing I don't understand. The company is worth billions.
Yes.
And every time I pick up the paper, each year it loses more money than it lost the year before. The company's never made a profit.
That's right.
Now, why? How does it? Why? How does that? Why?
Seems like a new math, doesn't it?
It does. I mean, it's to someone who doesn't know anything about this. It's amazing. You know, we lost 12 million last year, and we're doing great.
Well, this is not a new phenomenon. We are a famously unprofitable company,
Right.
and we are investing in the future. It's not, which isn't unusual. Companies have done this before. What's a little surprising about Amazon.com is the scale to which we're doing it. We're doing it in a big way.
I see. So you just keep reinvesting.
We're reinvesting.
But this one was different. If you looked back at Amazon did make a profit. But what they did was they reinvested the money back into the system. Here, on the other hand, these car companies wasn't making a profit. They were just making huge losses. So there's a huge difference between this and Amazon. But I suppose not everyone really understood the differences at the time. In a short space of time, the valuation of both companies hit rock bottom as investors lost confidence in the market. Problem 1, a lot of customers still want to see the physical car. It's like buying a house. When you want to buy a house, most people, I would imagine, would want to see the houses in person. Can you imagine buying a house and not seeing it in person? I can't. You'd want to go through, feel it, touch it, see it. You know, there's this certain feeling that you get when you see a house. You just know, okay, this is for me. And I think it's similar to a car. You just know, okay, this is, your gut feel just tells you this is the right car. You don't really get that online. Now, Cazoo tried to address this by having some physical sites where you can go to view the car physically. But then what's the difference between this process and a traditional dealer? Problem 2, online car companies losing massive money yearly. Most online car companies have been loss-making for years. Cazoo and Carvana have actually never had a profitable year. They've been loss-making year on year. However, Carvana did have a few profitable quarters though. This is largely due to the difficulties in sourcing, in buying vehicles for cheap and then trying to sell it for like a high price. At the moment, the market is just so competitive and customers are savvy. There's so much information online that people just know what the right prices should be that they're selling it for and also what the right prices should be that they're buying it for. Problem 3, the peace of mind turning into a headache. Now, particularly for Carvana, a lot of people reported that they had issues getting their driver information transferred onto the car. This caused major issues for a lot of people. Some people were unable to drive their cars for months. A lot of customers reported of difficulties with getting hold of Carvana. Carvana seemingly in a lot of cases didn't answer the phones or took a really long time to respond. And in extreme cases, some people even got arrested by the police for driving a car that was not in their name. So people have had major issues with it. It's caused major stress and a major headache for a lot of people. So clearly a lot of people have been put off. Problem 4, the competition just caught up. The rest of the online car retailers quickly learned from the pandemic that having an online option is critical. So a lot of them upped their game. So you saw like companies like VW, Jaguar, etc. offering opportunities to buy cars online and even to buy their used cars online as well. So what that means is that they're kind of cutting out the middleman. So they're able to sell directly to the customers, but also online, you can go online and do that whole thing and they can deliver it straight to your house as well. So you don't even need to go to the dealership. You can just order your car. If you like, you can go to dealership if you like to see the car physically, but then you can order it straight to your house. So, but then also other online used companies as well have also jumped in on it and also started to offer their own online solutions as well. So it's become massively competitive, the market. So with Cazoo having taken a wrong turn, it looks like they may be crash and burning this year, but who might be next? I understand that Cinch is also loss making and lost about 150 million. I understand. So it's possible that they could be one of the next ones. But fortunately for them, they've got a more robust business. So with Cazoo, one of their weaknesses was that they really heavily relied on selling online. Whereas with Cinch, they're part of a bigger company and they've got lots of other companies too. So through BCA, they've got other companies as well. So they also make money online through auctions. They also make money online through price comparisons. So they are more, as they call, vertically integrated, or more, they've got other ways of making money. Perhaps they may, be able to figure it out in the end. But certainly they're struggling too at the moment. If you're interested in learning more about how Cazoo grew to $8 billion in 2 years, I've got a video on it that covers it in more detail that I can link in the description box below. If you liked the video today, smash that like button and subscribe for more. Bye.